Hello, this is Tom, aka Gedeon here with Tabletop Tap Room again. And it's post-Halloween when all the Halloween stuff is marked down 50 and 75% in stores. And so we just did the spider swarms. And I also have the this 5-piece earring set from Walmart. And these are all beetles. And these are like the perfect size for giant beetles. So we'll be making giant beetle miniatures for D&D gaming. And let's get right to it. So as I've been prepping this tutorial to do this miniature with the beetles, giant beetles made from some cheap costume jewelry bought at Walmart. The good wife was at Goodwill and picked these up for me. These are glow-in-the-dark plastic ants. They are the perfect size. They'll fit a cavalry base, that you would put a horse or a centaur on, or a motorcycle. And they're glow-in-the-dark, so they're kind of a clear, no pigment. So it's that idea of they're so subterranean, they've never seen the light of day, they have no pigment. So I kind of like them for that. And I don't know that I would even put them on a base. I think I could throw these on the war game on the RPG table and use them. You can just eyeball if the character's close enough to attack it, if it's close enough to attack the character. I don't even know that they need a base. But I mean, if I was wargaming with them, I would absolutely put them on a base. And while she was there, she also got these plastic scorpions. These, same thing, these 50% off at Goodwill because it's after Halloween. And again, I don't know if I even care to do a base for these, but that's not what this tutorial is about. So with this tutorial, we took these earrings. And I've bent down this ear clip so that I can just cut it. I can just cut it right there and then use that piece of metal that was part of the earring clip as a pin. And I had one of these bases. Actually, I'm not going to redo in the tutorial making the base because we did the basing in the spider swarm tutorial. Goes with this, but I'd already had one of these bases done up that I hadn't used for anything. I was just did a basic base where I like to do my little, 2-part epoxy resin on the base to make ground, make it look like ground, and texturized it. So I just broke out the pin vise drill and drilled through this hole through the center, and actually had to find a bigger drill bit because I keep one drill bit in there all the time for my pin, for doing the pinning. So I needed a bigger drill bit to accommodate this bigger pin. And as you jam the pin down through the hole, you put a little super glue on there, and then bend the pin flat against the bottom of the base. Another drop of super glue there locks it in place. I used automotive primer on this. Wasn't worried about the fact that automotive spray primer tends to be, you tend to lose detail with it. These are not super high detail. Anyways, I just quickly hit it with the automotive primer and then painted it. Now, to discuss the painting, I actually used this product. The light's being mean to me here. Iridescent Medium from Liquitex. And I mixed it with a little bit of the contrast. This is Blood Angels Red from Warhammer, from their contrast paint line. And I was debating different things. I did a test, and I was actually considering the Folk Art Color Shift paints that they've started putting out. That I didn't like the color, and I went with the contrast paints. And so I got a nice iridescent color on the body of the beetle. And then I hit the eyes with this. This is folk art, and you're going to be like, dude, you're using folk art to paint your miniatures. Yeah, sometimes. I used just a tiny little drop of this and dabbed the eyes. This is metallic bright red, metallic finish acrylic paint. And so it gave the eyes a nice luminous color at the end of the eye stalks. And, I've got to run him outside and hit him with some clear matte, clear matte coat spray. So then I will, after I've done him with a clear matte sealer, I'll actually get some gloss clear coat brush on from Liquitex, some gloss medium, and I'll just retouch the eyes so I get back that gloss, that luminous look in those little tiny dots of paint on the eye stalks. And that's it. I mean, this is a real basic miniature, and we're just Tammy saw what I was doing, and she went whole hog buying these extra 50% off minis at Goodwill, at our Goodwill. And this is straightforward, just recycling stuff left over from Halloween that they mark down to induce you to buy it, and bringing it to the wargaming table or the RPG table. Now, I still have more of these, these Beetles to do. And what I've been thinking about is obviously this one, right here has got, all these little diamonds on it, and a fake gem that's being revealed by the wings spreading. And I'm actually thinking to not paint that one at all, but attach it to like a little obelisk behind an altar and do a little altar piece, the temple of the Beetle god. So it'd be just a little altar piece that I can put on the table. They're delving deep into the underground, and they're encountering beetles and giant ants and giant scorpions, giant beetles. And then they find this altar, and behind the altar, so I think this will be a nice little decorative, because it evokes that first edition AD&D Player's Handbook cover, where the thieves, you've got some of the fighters are dragging the bodies of the lizard men, and then there's two guys on there considering them out, but there's two thieves up on the idol, the demon idol there, prying out the gem out of the eye, and that cover. So it kind of evokes that a little bit. It gives it evokes that a little bit, and I like that. I think that's cool. So that would that'll give the players something to say. We loot that. And who knows, maybe there's a trap on that pillar, on that obelisk or something, So it just sparks more creativity. I bought this for the Beatles, but now I'm going to make a little terrain piece to go along with it and just be the altar and obelisk there for the very end, for the boss fight at the very end of the dungeon. So this is Tom signing out for Tabletop Taproom, another quick crafting video. And thanks for watching my video. Thanks to my subscribers. You guys are great. And if you have not subscribed, please do consider hitting the like, subscribe, and bell icon. Help me build the channel. And keep on gaming.